Marshawn, back again now. I'm at Lobos Creek and Dunes, and we are going on a bat inventory. The sun is going down, the bats are coming out, and we're going to be tracking them with these cool sonar recording devices that can actually hear the bats echolocating. So we're going to go see how many different kinds of bat species we can find.
Bats usually come out right at dusk, and they sort of follow the abundance of insects. So they, at sunset there's a peak of insects, and then again at dawn there's another peak of insects. And bats spend the day in their day roost, but then they come out to forage, and they'll kind of, in that time period between the two peaks of insect abundance, they'll kind of just hang out in like a night roost, and they'll socialize and groom, and it's like the water cooler at work. And then they go home at dawn.
Walking down to the lake.
Heads up on
Oh yeah, there's a tree.
Tripping hazard, ducking hazard.
Oh, this you mean?
Yeah.
That's a...
What frequency are you at?
I'm at 30. I'm gonna go up to 40, see if we can get a myotas. This was actually really good. So hopefully, if you look,
What's that?
that's a bat. You can just barely hear it.
Probably down at the creek right now.
Yeah. Those could be Mexican free-tailed bats, or big brown bats maybe. Let's see if we listen higher. Right here.
Oh, I see. You set it to the frequency you want to hear?
That's right, yeah. So right now I'm listening at 45 kilohertz, 45.1 kilohertz. So that's about where some of these myotis species would be calling.
Behind us.
I mean, it might be behind us. Oh, that was a feeding buzz.
I is looking.
I know.
So when you hear it like this, we know that we're at 30 kilohertz.
So
There's certain species of bats.
I mean, this just kind of goes to show you, you can see that here, we know they're here, we can hear them, but we can't even see them anywhere. So it just kind of shows you how often there are bats that are flying around that you don't even realize are there.
Is that little zip at the end? Is that the meeting?
Yeah, that was it. So that was it. It was eating an insect. Yeah.
So how do you know that?
Yeah, imagine, so the sonar pulses go out like choo, 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 and then when you get closer, you're kind of zeroing in on it. So like,
there it is.
Choo, 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 like that.
Yeah, and you can also hear that it actually, when it does the buzz, it actually gets a little higher pitched, and that's because lower frequency sound travels farther, but it can only pick up large objects. It's like a broadside of a barn. So when they'll be doing navigation calls, which are pretty low frequency. So that's just like flying down the creek. Is there a tree in the way? Okay, I'm gonna have to avoid that. Picking up big things. But then if it gets a little hint that maybe there's something over there that I want to eat, it'll send out a higher frequency call, which doesn't go as far, but it'll return a smaller object. And so then it'll start to zero in on that. And then that feeding buzz is it going really, really high, really, really fast to zoom in on that thing and just nail that insect right at the last second. It's really cool.
After collecting about an hour of ultrasonic sound, Dr. Young took the files back to his lab for analysis. This sonogram is probably a Mexican free-tailed bat, or Tatarida brasiliensis. The x-axis is time in seconds and runs less than 1 second, and the y-axis is frequency or pitch. The black lines are sounds emitted by a single bat, and the orange is background noise. In this sonogram, 2 bats were calling. The first high-pitched one probably a Yuma myotis bat, or Myotis yumanensis, and a fraction of a second later, another Mexican free-tailed bat. 2 more species for the BioBlitz 2014 inventory.